Hello guys and welcome to a new video. We have 8 game slate tonight and I'll be sharing 2 official picks, so make sure to stay tuned. Before we dive into today's picks, to recap the last show picks, we had a good day. We went 3-1 on our picks. As you can see, we hit Vucevic, Anunoby and Mitchell and had a one loser on Malik Monk. On the season, we are up 8.5 units so far on the show picks and winning at 20% ROI, which is absolutely amazing. Great start to a season. So if you like the picks and the show so far, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any new picks. But without further ado, let's jump into today's research, and we'll start with Okongwu over 1.5 threes. Minus 118 on FanDuel. Great spot against Portland Trail Blazers, who play deep drop coverage with Klingon at the 5. So bigs are getting a ton of looks above the break 3. So first set expected minutes right, and then go deeper into the injury report, setting the games when Jalen Johnson played and Trae Young was out. And in those games, Okongwu hit over in 14 out of 19 games, averaging 2.4 threes a game. And now just doing a bit deeper, going to defense against position. Portland Trail Blazers allows 4th most threes to the opposing bigs. So we exclude the best matchups in the league. We actually can see that he covered this in 12 out of 15 games, averaging big 2.7 threes a game. As I said, great matchup. They sucks defending transition. They allow a ton of threes to above the break. Kongwu is in a great matchup. We can see that his volume of threes in those matchups goes up. He's averaging 6.8 attempts. If he gets 6 attempts, he should easily cover 2 threes made. And when he's facing other side, like when he's placing team that don't allow threes, we can see that his 3-point attempts go from 6.8 down to 5.3. So makes sense. Big correlation with the matchup. So our first bet today is Onyeka Okongwu. For the second bet, I'll go to the Luka Doncic. I actually can't believe we're getting this line. Yeah, he has some issues with the injury, but that's like every other game for Luka Doncic. So when we set expected minutes, 30 to 42 minutes on the season, we can see that Luka is averaging 34.6 points a game. And now there is no Reeves. In the games without Reeves, nothing changes actually. His usage remains the same. His field goal attempts go up a tiny bit, but not much. So don't think that matters a ton actually. Earlier this season, he played Hornets with Reeves playing, and he ended up scoring 38 points, 28 field goals attempted. So huge volume. But that's because they allow a ton of pull-up shots. As we can see, 62% of his points are coming from pull-up, and they allow 8 most. So let's check that kind of correlation for Luka. Correlation with pull-up attempts. And Luka is facing teams who allow above average in pull-ups. He covered this line in 14 out of 16 game, averaging big 37.4 points. And the games that he didn't cover were like Miami Heat, probably some Spoelstra shit, like maybe some double teams, and then definitely double teams against the Houston Rockets. And it was a blowout loss. So yeah, Udoka is always making it difficult for the opposing best players. We've seen lately how he did against Mitchell. So Luka got the same treatment. And in that game, both Reeves and LeBron played. So in every other game, he cooked this line. So yeah, betting Luka Doncic over 32.5. Love this spot. Honestly, I expected this line to be like 34.5, so 32.5. Yeah, great spot. So without going much deeper, I'll say this slate is kind of complex in a way that most of the players are questionable, doubtful, uncertain. So it's still early into the day, and I love to do this show early so you guys can get my picks throughout the day. So I actually can share plenty of other spots. I can show you yesterday, like we had Hardaway Jr. as a lean over 12.5. He got 36 minutes in that game, but shot 4 from 12 and didn't cover. We had PJ Washington last night over 12.5. He went 4 for 13 and missed 3 free throws. So our leans yesterday weren't great. Both Hardaway and PJ Washington hooked us, but they were PJ Washington closed at 14.5. I suggested to bet over 12.5. So great closing line, great volume, like 7 free throws and 13 field goal attempts. should be enough for like 17, 18 points, and he ended up scoring only 12. Insane. So had great reads on minutes, had great reads on volume. They just shit the bed. So yeah, that was rough. But let's just go through the slate, and I'll share my opinion on a couple of other spots. Like Stephen Curry against Knicks should be absolutely amazing spot. Like, look, Devin Booker cooked them. Harden kind of scored, almost covered. Cade cooked them. Maxi cooked them. Alexander Walker cooked them. Fox cooked them. Poole, Alexander Walker, Garland, Mitchell, Edwards, Maxi. So similar players to the Steph Curry cooked against the Knicks this season. We can see they allow a ton of above the break three, ton of two pick and roll ball handler, off screen, spot up transition. So they are kind of great matchup for Steph, but Mitchell Robinson is out probably back to back, and Brunson got hurt last night, and they are playing second night to back and going to the Golden State on away. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a blowout. So, kind of the main reason I'm staying away from this. This is an absolute amazing spot for Steph, so he should cook tonight if he gets good minutes. So that's one of my leans, and it's tough. Like for this game, we can see that I don't know who's going to play. Like Cooper Flag hurt last night, so he could be out. PJ Washington came back from the injury. Now it's a back-to-back, so he could be out. So I really don't know who's playing for the Mavericks. Then Jazz, same thing. Lauri Markkanen out with illness. It's a back-to-back game. Keyjonte could be out. I really don't know what to do with that game. This one is kind of interesting. Bucks against the Spurs. Giannis could be heavily double-teamed, but still he can always cover if it's a close game. Also, wouldn't be surprised if Spurs somehow blow them out. They were blown out last game against Wolves without Edwards and Gobert. Like two of their best players were out, and they blown out Bucks. But Bucks lost to the Denver as well without Jokic. So they've been horrible lately. So I don't know what to even think about this game. Could be a blowout. Ryan Rollins' line does seem low, but he's playing like garbage lately. Big game on the slate. Thunder against the Rockets. Thunder finally beat Spurs, so kind of back to it. Rough matchup for KD. Earlier this season, he didn't cover this in 47 minutes against them, but he's been playing well lately, so I don't know what to think about that one. Şengün kind of cooked earlier in the season against OKC, so I'm not loving the under, even though I'm inclined to bet the under. If Dort is playing and starting, Udoka could actually leave him wide open, so maybe he gets some threes up, but the line is not great, like minus 110 for this line is not great. So yeah, going down, Celtics and Miami Heat. Pavel with Hero kind of got lower usage, averaging 23, but covered only 3 out of 6. So I don't know. Celtics also not not the best matchup. Similar players stayed under in like 7 straight games. Horrible matchup for transition, great matchup for threes. So threes are hella juiced. So I don't know about that one as well. Bam Adebayo kind of bounced back heavily last game, but he made 4 from 6 from 3. So yeah, rough one. But Bam Adebayo could be the guy. Maybe to make 1.5 threes at plus 200, as we can see last 15 games for Celtics. They are dead last in catch and shoot allowed. So they are allowing the most above the break threes. So maybe some spot up guys for Miami. Maybe Wiggins to make 2 plus 3s. Maybe he makes 3s. Andrew Wiggins expected minutes with Hero, with Norman Powell, and with Bam Adebayo. He covered this in 9 out of 13. Didn't cover against teams who don't allow any 3s, I would say. Like he stayed under against Orlando. They don't allow 3s. So maybe something on the Andrew Wiggins, not making an official bet, but kind of makes sense for him to cover because, as I said, Celtics are allowing the most threes, the most catch and shoot over the last 15 games. Just trying to research on the spot. This one, guys, find some leans. They played once earlier this season. Let me just check. We had a Derrick White game against the Heat. But I'm not touching Derrick White. Like, he just fall off so bad this season. Yeah. And when we have Jaylen Brown in, He's covered this in only 11 out of 30 games. Horrible shooting all entire season. Efficiency dropped like crazy. So Sam Hauser, last 2 games, 30, 32 minutes. Okay, if he is getting minutes against Miami Heat, he could do the damage. He is a great shooter, and Miami allows ton of threes and playing at the highest pace. Earlier this season, he hit 5 from 6. That's such a low volume of threes. Not much there as well. So we kind of don't have much today. I went through a couple of leads, did some live research on the show, shared 2 official bets. So yeah, every slate is kind of different. So don't force stuff if you can't find anything great. Another day, tomorrow, another slate to dive into. So make sure to subscribe and see you tomorrow.